Pisces, welcome back to my channel. My name is tawanantoinette. This is going to be another reading for you guys for the month of March. It can resonate for Pisces sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Remember to check your rising sign first, like I always tell you guys. Before we jump into this reading, just a few announcements. The first one is that this is a collective reading, so I always like to remind people that it will not resonate for everyone. There are way too many Pisces, not way too many, but there are many Pisces in the collective, and so don't expect all of this to relate to all of your story or all of your stories. Now, secondly, this tarot reading as well as all others that I post on my channel are also available via podcast. So if you'd like to listen to tarot ad-free or to use your devices while you listen to your tarot readings, check the link in the description for my podcast. Last but not least, for those of you watching on YouTube, take a moment to like this video, comment down below, share so we can grow this channel together. And thank you guys for all the ways you supported the channel in the past. Now let's get started. Pisces, I have some messages for you. Actually, these are messages from your guides, so listen from that perspective. Now, first card we have is a yin card, which talks about letting something happen, kind of like being in an energy of receptivity, just being very receptive to the things and situations that happen around you, and also being in an energy of creating from the mind, being in the feminine energy of not necessarily chasing results, but manifesting those results through our thoughts, feelings, visualizations, emotions, things like that. It's also an intuitive card, especially because your High Priestess card, this is the card of Pisces, is right underneath that. I'm going to use my wand. The Piscean card is clarified by the World card. So there's something that your intuition is telling you that must come to a close. Something is coming to an end. It's like you keep having a thought, maybe I should end something, maybe I should stop doing something. It feels like your intuition is telling you that maybe you need to walk away from a particular group activity that you're doing that it feels like a headache. It feels like something is way too much of a headache. There may be people who are competing with you. There may be people who are projecting onto you. There may be people who are psychically attacking you. I say psychic attacks a lot of times on this channel, and a lot of people don't really recognize how many times we get psychic attacks, because a lot of people aren't really connected with their intuition. I especially find that water signs are susceptible to a lot of these psychic attacks. It's a feeling of not knowing. You're so intuitive because you are water. Water signs are very intuitive. That's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Very intuitive, so they pick up on the vibes and emotions of settings and of people very often. And a lot of the times what happens is you guys start to feel a certain way because you're picking up on, you're sensing your surroundings and how people feel about you, and it's almost very different. It's almost very challenging to distinguish what you are feeling authentically versus what other people are projecting that you're picking up on in your environment. So that's what I mean when I say you're being psychically attacked. It's being so intuitive. It almost is like you guys don't necessarily have to try as hard as the other signs, because these things come to you naturally. This is your gift for water signs. You're a lot more intuitive than a lot of the other zodiacs. So watch out for some kind of psychic attacks. But I do feel like you are picking up that as something that you're doing, or a community that you're involved in, or a group that you're involved in, or a workplace that you're involved in. Anywhere that there's this kind of collaborative energy in your life, it will be different for a lot of you. It's something that you're considering walking away from, because I feel like your spirit guides are like, oh hey Pisces, is it worth all of this hassle that you have to go through with these people? And you are in this energy of being very anxious. If your anxiety has been bothering you, if you've been overly anxious about this group, your work, whatever this is, these people who are in your energy, I feel like you're kind of being tempted to walk away from something, to close something out, to end something, possibly to stop doing something with these people. Now, you guys are going to have to let me know in what way this is manifesting in your life, but it feels like you're walking away from a specific community. It's too much conflict. And how I know there's too much conflict is that we have the Five of Wands not one time, but 2 times in one reading. So the second card we have is Come to the Edge, which talks about being okay with taking a risk. You will be supported if you are deciding to take a risk right now. Maybe the risk is walking away from this community, and you don't know if it's something that you should actually commit to, because it is a risk doing that. Maybe that's how you make your money, if this is your job. But Spirit is inviting you to come to the edge, because one, there's this Five of Wands energy again. This Five of Wands could even be gossip, deceit, lies, not listening to each other, everybody wanting to get a word in, so nobody's really, it just is an energy of competition. It could be jealousy, it could be a lot of things. And I feel like maybe you're like weighing the pros and cons of something, but it's almost an invitation, Pisces, to take a risk. Be objective about the risk that you're taking, but take a risk on yourself. I feel like they're saying walk away from something. This walking away from something will bring renewed inspiration. It will bring some kind of, feels like you're inspired to do something else. And this inspiration comes as a result of you taking a risk on yourself and maybe cutting this thing out, or cutting this community out of your life. It feels like this conflict that you have in your energy is a big part of why they want you out of this environment. Now, in the last row, we have To Be Fair, which talks about reciprocity and equal give and take, equal giving and receiving. It always asks, this card always appears when it's time to ask yourself, are you receiving just as much as you're giving to a situation, or are you giving as much to a situation than you are receiving from it? You get what I'm saying? Underneath that, we have the Page of Pentacles clarified by another card discussing balance and reciprocity and karma, the Justice card. Then we have the Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So this feels to me like it feels like a new opportunity that you may be starting. Granted, you use your free will and walk away from whatever environment this is that is very contentious. Feels like you'll start working on something new. It feels like you'll have to learn about, maybe this is as simple as starting a new business or starting something new, a new job, something. It feels like whatever this is bringing you to a calmer space in your life. It is bringing you to more of the energy that you deserve. It's bringing you to balance, and it's bringing you to this Six of Swords literally talks about making a transition to go somewhere calmer, going on calmer waters, putting an ending to something and moving on to something better for yourself. And then we have this interesting combination, the Ace of Cups, the Death card, and the Magician, which literally talks about one thing ending for another thing to begin. It is within your power to manifest this. I feel like you're moving away from one thing and headed towards something else. And can I tell you, this new thing that you're moving towards, I feel like you will love it. I feel like you'll develop newfound love for something in your life that gives you the calmness that you deserve. But you have to go through a transition and end something first. That's what I feel like. And a lot of this is going to be work for a lot of you. Yeah, it feels like an environment is just a lot. It's just a whole lot. And in order for you to get to something else that you love and enjoy, something else has to come to a complete ending. Let's get some advice. What's the advice for Pisces? Advice for Pisces placements, please. Wow, some of you guys are spiritual teachers. I love this reading. The first card we have is spiritual teacher. So if you identify as a spiritual teacher in any capacity, take this as a validation that this is your reading. Others of you, this is in your life path to teach spiritual information. The second card we have is protected. You are protected while whatever transition you are deciding to go through happens. I said this in the reading, and it's just amazing that this card came back up to clarify and reaffirm that. Maybe some of you guys need to hear that. That if you do take this risk on yourself, if you do take this leap of faith, and you do leave whatever is providing you a headache right now to move to something calmer, you will be protected during that transitionary process. This card literally says you are safe and supported while you change your career. Literally says that. All right. The next card and the last advice card we have is light and love. And I really feel like this is Piscean energy. This card says it is your purpose to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. And that's why I feel like you're being moved out of a specific situation where it's like it's too contentious. There's too much competition. There's too much envy. There's too much backstabbing. There's just a bunch of people trying to prove their own individual points, but not working together collaboratively as a team. So you're being moved out of that, Pisces, because you deserve more. Okay, guys, I'll leave you here. Remember that this is a collective reading, so it will not resonate with everyone. And if it does resonate with you, or you'd like to seek more clarity, remember that you can book a personal reading with me. The link is in the description. With that said, I will see you guys next time. And yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Bye.